Hi friends, have you experienced such nagging pain after sitting for a long time due to tight hamstrings? Then you have came to a right place. In this video, I will help you to loosen those tight hamstrings and give you some stretches that you can perform at office or even at a desk without any equipment. This will help you to avoid the hamstring from getting stiff and stay pain-free throughout the day. Before we start the video, let's just have a look on the anatomy and the functioning of the hamstring, which consists of the three main muscles and has some primary and secondary functions that is written on the screen. If you feel very tight at the hamstrings before we start the stretches, it's better to release the knots with the help of a foam roller. To do this, place a foam roller just above the knee and start rolling it until you reach the hip level. Do it slowly to find the tender tight spot. Once you get the tender spot, hold the roller there for 30 to 90 seconds so as to release the muscular tightness around the spot which is causing you the trouble. Repeat the same process by rotating your hips internally and externally, which will ensure that you hit all the ends of the hamstring so that when we perform the next exercises, it will be more effective for you. For this stretch, pull your thighs towards the body such that it becomes perpendicular to the ground. After that, try to extend the knees as much as it's possible for you. The ideal position would be completely straight, which will stretch your hamstring to its optimal length. But if you are not able to do it, don't force upon it. Try to push just beyond your comfortable position and hold there for 60 to 90 seconds. You can push further into this stretch by bending the knees and extending it again as I am doing here. For this stretch, sit keeping the legs straight ahead and toes pointing up to the ceiling. Then push your chest forward and hold your spine erect. Maintaining this posture, try to hold your shins and push the torso forward. While pushing your torso forward, you will feel an intense stretch on your hamstring, which you have to hold at a position where you can't push further. Ensure that you don't allow your upper back to curve when you perform this stretch, as it won't help you to stretch those hamstrings by reducing the range to which you can push your torso forward. This is one of the best assisted stretch which anyone can follow so as to stretch each head of the hamstring, as it includes both the adduction and the abduction of your leg. To perform this stretch, attach the resistance band at the middle portion of your feet and try to push it upward, keeping the knee locked straight. After holding this position for 60 seconds, try to move the leg internally and externally, which will stretch all the heads of your hamstring along with the abductor and the adductor muscles of your leg. To perform this stretch, maintain a staggered stance, that is keeping one leg in front of the other. After that, try to tilt those pelvis in an anterior direction as I am showing in the video. This anterior tilt will have a greater stretch on your hamstring without much bending in the forward direction. Hold this final position where you feel a good stretch at the hamstring for about 60 to 90 seconds. To perform this stretch, come onto the edge of your chair and flex the ankle such that the toes point in an upward direction. Maintaining this position, try to push those hips behind and the body forward. If your chair is not heavy, then make sure that you hold it while performing this stretch as I am doing here. It's better to take a break from your work and stretch in between so as to maintain a proper posture and reduce the overall stiffness. So keeping that in mind, to perform this stretch, stand up at a 2-arm distance from the chair and hold the handles of the chair. Then try to bend forward without curving the spine. Reach to a point where you feel a good stretch at those hamstrings and try to swing a bit sideways to push further into this stretch and hold it for about 60 to 90 seconds. This one is similar to the stagger stretch that we performed earlier, but here instead of placing the legs on the floor, we elevate it onto the chair to have a better stretch, which will encounter the stiffness caused by sitting all day at our desk.